You are listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report, episode 173.1, our daily update on high school, college, and professional sports news in Central Indiana, with a little bit of major national sports news, anything that may be of interest to Central Indiana sports fans.
You're listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report with your host, Greg Mengels.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whenever you've chosen to listen to the Central Indiana Sports Report, we think you picked the right day. Today is February 9th, 2025. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and it's another day for the Central Indiana Sports Report. I'm your host, Greg Mengelt, and I love Central Indiana sports. Coming to you today from headquarters in Jeffersonville, producer Susie is in the control room. Coming up, we have a big one on our daily update. We have girls basketball sectional championship results and next Saturday's regional matchups, wrestling regionals, girls swimming sectionals, and lots of college basketball, baseball, and softball from a busy Saturday. Before we get to all of that, please go like, subscribe, or follow us so you don't miss a single segment. We are on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and YouTube. Just search Central Indiana Sports Report. We're impossible to miss. If you can't find us, it's because the man is trying to keep us down. We start with girls basketball in Class 4A, and man, what a game it was at Mount Vernon. Pendleton Heights 59, Mount Vernon 21. The Arabians lost to Mount Vernon by 22 points on December 7th to give Mount Vernon the conference championship, but Pendleton takes the big one, taking their first sectional championship in 14 years. Casey Warfel is now once again Madison County's all-time leading scorer. She finished with 26 points. Sophomore Ada Hupfer added 10 points and 15 rebounds. And the Arabians will not play number one Lawrence Central in the regional. Instead, it will be Lawrence North, who upset the defending state champion Bears 47-42. Lawrence North outscored the Bears 14-8 in the fourth quarter. Pike beat Avon 69-61 for back-to-back sectionals for the Red Devils. And Franklin Central beat Mooresville 59-25. Franklin Central's first sectional championship since 2020. So the North 4A regionals will be 19-6 Pendleton Heights against 15-8 Lawrence North at 1 o'clock at Decatur Central on Saturday. Then 18-6 Pike will take on 18-9 Franklin Central. That game's also at Decatur Central. That one follows the first one at approximately 4 o'clock. Number one, Hamilton Southeastern had to come from behind to beat Westfield 46-38. It's the first sectional championship for the Royals since winning state in 2019. Maya Mikulski had 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 steals for Hamilton Southeastern. McCutcheon beat Jeff 51-43 for back-to-back sectional championships. There are 2 sectionals in this region that have yet to be finished. Number 3, Homestead will be one of the teams that advances, and so will either Northrop or Snyder from Fort Wayne. Those championship games have been rescheduled for Monday. In the regional, it will be Hamilton Southeastern versus Homestead at 7 o'clock at Marion on Saturday. And at 4 o'clock at Marion will be 23-3 McCutcheon against either Northrop or Snyder. In the northernmost regional in 4A, Hammond Central beat Lake Central 30-26. It's the first ever sectional championship for Hammond Central. The school's been in existence for 3 years. Valpo beat Chesterton 33-26 for its third straight sectional championship. Number 4 South Bend Washington beat Riley 65-38 for their 5th straight sectional title. And number 5 Warsaw beat Northridge 71-54, the Tigers' first sectional championship since 2015. So at LaPorte next Saturday, it'll be 20-3 Hammond Central against 18-7 Valparaiso at 2, followed by number 5 Warsaw versus number 4 South Bend Washington at 5 o'clock, also at LaPorte. And in the southernmost region in Class 4A, Floyd Central beat Bedford North Lawrence 45-25, so denying Bedford their 11th consecutive sectional championship. And Gibson Southern beat Wrights 47-41 in overtime. It's Gibson Southern's fourth straight sectional championship, but their first in Class 4A after moving up after winning the 3A state championship last year. Bloomington South beat Bloomington North 53-39. It's South's first sectional championship in 6 years. And East Central beat Columbus North 57-50. East Central's fourth sectional title in the last 6 years. At Boonville in the 4A Regional, 23-4 Floyd Central will take on 20-6 Gibson Southern at 7 o'clock. And also at 7 o'clock at Bedford North Lawrence, 12-11 East Central plays 22-2 Bloomington South. Delta won its first sectional championship in 32 years by beating rival Yorktown 61-44 despite being without a leading scorer Griffin Knight. Junior Jillian Barnes responded with a season-high 31 points in the win. Maconaquah beat Peru 60-50 for its first sectional title in 24 years. Number 9 Norwell beat number 6 Belmont 57-39 for its third straight sectional title. And East Noble beat Dwenger 59-51, East Noble's first since 2016. At 7 o'clock Saturday at Westdale, it'll be 17-7 Delta against 16-8 Maconaquah in the single game regional. And at 7 o'clock at Belmont, it'll be number 9 Norwell against East Noble for the regional championship. In the northernmost regional in Class 3A, Culver Academy beat Glenn 47-33. Number 5 Columbia City topped Fairfield 63-40. Columbia City's first sectional title in 25 years. Highland beat East Chicago Central 45-36, and Lowell got past Hanover Central 45-34. Lowell's first sectional championship since 2000 and just the program's third ever. In the 3A regionals at Jimtown, Columbia City will take on Lowell at 4. Also at 4 at Winnemac, 20-5 Culver Academy will take on 14-10 Highland. In the 3A regional in the Indy area, which is part of the North Semi-State, it was Roncalli 59, New Palestine 48. Number 8 Danville got by Tri-West 69-55 for back-to-back sectional titles. Number 12 Cathedral won its first sectional title in 20 years by beating Purdue Poly 64-34. And number 11 Northview beat Owen Valley 58-41. It's Northview's fourth ever sectional championship, all in the last 10 years. In the 3A regional at Southmont at 4 o'clock Saturday, it'll be number 8 Danville, which is 20-5 against 16-8 Roncalli. And number 11 Northview against number 12 Cathedral will be played at Greencastle. And in the southernmost 3A regional, number 1 Greensburg beat Jennings County 60-50 to stay unbeaten. Number 7 Corden Central pulled off a 52-38 upset of number 2 Silver Creek. It's Corridon's second sectional championship in 3 years. Number 3 Washington beat Princeton 49-37, and number 4 Evansville Central topped Evansville Memorial 56-49. Two really good regionals in the southernmost region in Class 3A. At Charlestown at 7 o'clock, it'll be number 3 Washington against number 1 Greensburg. And at 4 o'clock at Boonsville, it'll be number 4 Evansville Central against number 7 Corridon Central. In Class 2A, Alexandria won its first sectional championship since 2002 with a convincing 54-23 win over Wapahani on Saturday night. Jacqueline Hosier finished with 17 points. We hope to catch up with Mickey Hosier, Jacqueline Hosier, and the Alexandria Tigers this week to talk about the upcoming regional. Also in that region in 2A, number 11 Sheridan got past Lapel 54-47 for back-to-back sectional championships for the Blackhawks. Kinsey Garner finished with 40 points and 13 rebounds. Lapel junior Lanaya Wills had 29 points. 2025-26 is going to be a big one for Lapel. Lewis Cass upset number 15 Oak Hill 40-27. For back-to-back championships for Cass, Landry Hardman led Oak Hill with 9 points. Big years ahead for Oak Hill as well. Number 2, Rensselaer Central beat North Montgomery 67-26 for its first sectional championship since 2013. In the regional at 4 o'clock Saturday at Caston, number 3 Alexandria is 25-1 and will take on number 2 Rensselaer Central, which is 23-2. That is going to be a good one. And at Lapel, it'll be number 11 Sheridan against 19-6 Cass at 7 o'clock. Also in Class 2A in the Northern Semi-State in the Indianapolis area, it was number 7 Northeastern 54-31 over Union County. Heritage Christian beat number 3 Eastern Hancock 46-36. Park Heritage 60-44 over Southmont. Park Heritage has won back-to-back sectional championships after never having won one before last year. And Monrovia won its first sectional championship in 9 years with a 47-35 win over Covenant Christian. In the regionals at Southwestern and Shelbyville, it'll be number 7 Northeastern against 13-12 Heritage Christian. Northeastern is 24-1. And it's 22-4 Park Heritage against 19-7 Monrovia at 1 o'clock at Greencastle. In the northernmost region in Class 2A, Andrean won its 6th straight sectional championship with a 37-29 win over Wheeler. Number 12, Bremen won back-to-back sectional championships by beating Knox 65-29. Number 5, Eastside 63, Churubusco 18. And Whitco won its first sectional championship in program history by beating Bluffton 68-60. So it will be number 5, Eastside, which is 25-1 against 15-11 Andrean at 1 o'clock at Jimtown. And number 17, Whitco, which is 20-4 against number 12, Bremen, which is 24-2. That'll be 1 o'clock at Caston before Alexandria and Rensselaer Central. And in the southernmost region in Class 2A, it was number 10, Brownstown Central 43, South Ripley 29. Brownstown's won 6 sectionals in a row. Number 9, Lanesville beat Eastern 45-28. It's the 7th straight sectional championship title for Lanesville. They didn't have any before 7 years ago. All of them have been under Angie Hinton. Number 1, South Knox beat number 8, North Knox 58-52. And 16th ranked North Posey got past Perry Central 52-28 for North Posey's first sectional championship in a decade. The regionals in the southernmost portion of Class 2A, 4 o'clock at Charlestown on Saturday, it'll be number 9 Lanesville, the defending Class A state champion, against number 1 South Knox. And at 4 o'clock at West Washington, it'll be number 10 Brownstown Central against number 16 North Posey. And in Class A, Anderson Prep won its first ever sectional championship with a 48-31 win over Indiana Deaf. Olivia Peoples had 23 points for the victorious Jets. Greenwood Christian beat Indianapolis Lutheran 42-40. South Decatur 49, North Decatur 39. It's South Decatur's first sectional championship since 2008. And number 8, Oldenburg Academy beat Madison Shaw 51-40 for Oldenburg's first sectional since 2008 and the program's third ever. Anderson Prep draws Greenwood Christian in the single game regional at Southmont. That game will be played at 1 o'clock. Anderson Prep is 17-9. Greenwood Christian is 7-17. At 1 o'clock at Southwestern in Shelbyville, number 8 Oldenburg Academy is 21-4. Will take on 15-11 South Decatur. In the central part of the North Semi-State, North Miami won its third sectional championship in 4 years, edging Daleville 47-41. Carroll got past Rossville 43-38. Junior Jillian Saltz had 16 points and Emily Justice 11 for Carroll. Junior Ava Burkles had 14 points for the Hornets. Monroe Central beat Randolph Southern 58-33 for its first sectional championship in 6 years. And Lafayette Central Catholic won its 4th sectional in a row with a 53-30 win over Fountain Central. It's the Knights' 17th sectional championship in the last 19 years. They're ranked 6th in the state. So the regional at Westdell at 4 o'clock Saturday. Single game regional 18-7 Carroll against 15-10 North Miami. And 4 o'clock at Lapel, it'll be 6th ranked Central Catholic against 20-6 Monroe Central. In the northernmost Class A region, it was number 1 Marquette Catholic 58-34 over Washington Township. Elkhart Christian won its first ever sectional championship with a 62-35 win over North Judson. The other two sectional championships will be played on Monday. It'll be 21-2 Tri-County against 12-12 Pioneer at West Central. And then number 9 Fremont will take on 14-11 Fort Wayne Blackhawk at Bethany Christian. Both of those sectionals were moved to Monday evening. The regionals, the northernmost regionals in Class A, number 1 Marquette Catholic is 21-4. Will take on either Tri-County or Pioneer. 1 o'clock Saturday at Winnemac. Most likely that'll be Marquette Catholic against Tri-County. And 20-5 Elkhart Christian will take on either number 9 Fremont or Fort Wayne Blackhawk. The sectional championship will be played Monday. The single game regional will be played at Belmont at 4 o'clock on Saturday. And in the southernmost region in Class A, number 3 North Central 44, number 13 White River Valley 42 in overtime. Vincennes Reveille beat number 7 Orleans 47-37. Number 2 Borden beat Christian Academy 61-31. Borden's first sectional championship since 2015. And number 11 Northeast Du Bois beat Tecumseh 50-42 for its first sectional championship since 2018. And in the southernmost regionals in Class A, again, single game regionals leading into 4-team semi-states. It's 15-10 Reveille against 19-5 Borden. At 7 o'clock at West Washington, Borden is 19-5. And at 4 o'clock at Bedford North Lawrence, it will be 18-6 Northeast Du Bois against 23-3 North Central. The wrestling regionals were held Saturday, and Cathedral won the team title at Pendleton Heights, followed by Noblesville in second, Chittard third, Alexandria in fourth, and Hamilton Heights fifth. It's the 27th regional title for the Irish. Alexandria senior Ezra Fye is 37-4 after winning the 120-pound regional championship Saturday at Pendleton Heights. Fye had 2 pins and a technical fall. He pinned Cathedral senior John Bismeyer in a minute 43 in the championship match. He'll be joined at the Newcastle semi-state by senior teammates Will Rowland and sophomores Garrett Smith, Camden Shelton, and Hayden Stanley. 6 Alexandria Tigers advanced to the Newcastle semi-state. Tipton Jr. William Wolford is the 175-pound champion at Pendleton Heights. He's 31-3 on the season. He had 3 pins on Saturday, needing just over 5 minutes to take the title. Also advancing to Newcastle for the Blue Devils is junior Joseph Klauser. Tipton finished 7th as a team. Frankton had 3 wrestlers advance to Newcastle. All 3 seniors, Jonah Ellis, Thaden Alexander, and Ty Everson. Frankton was 8th as a team Saturday. Elwood Jr. Caden Simpson and freshman Leighton Morgan advanced to Newcastle as well, as the Panthers finished 9th. Hamilton Heights senior Michael Kane became the program's all-time leader in wins with a tech fall in the championship match at 165 pounds over Pendleton Heights junior Turner Seal. Also advancing for Hamilton Heights were juniors Simon Kuhn, Aiden First, and Justin Tilton. Pendleton Heights had 4 wrestlers advance, seniors Alex Heineman and Jackson Gibson, and sophomore Max Garner, as well as Turner Seal. Lapel freshman Grant Horning and Anderson senior Jensen Schrock also advanced to the semi-state, and Noblesville had 3 champions, with freshman Zach Nicolai at 126 pounds, sophomore Cale Metzler at 215, and junior Jackson Apple at 285. They'll be joined at Newcastle by Noblesville seniors A.J. Kramer, Mason Presets, and Cooper Doucette, junior Evan Nichols, and freshman Kai Kaohi, Jan Tioa, and Isaac Sardith. North Miami won the team championship at Peru, the program's first ever regional championship. Mechanicsville was second, Northfield third, Oak Hill finished fourth, and Manchester was fifth. Advancing for Oak Hill were seniors R.J. Trevino, Colin Tarleton, and Manny Mora, junior Thane Jones, and sophomores Braid Arthur and Caden Jones. Senior Liam Baumgartner won the 138-pound title for Western, pinning Kokomo junior Christian Damewood in 54 seconds to take the crown. Also for Western, senior Brody Burns and juniors Brady Shannon and Eric Hunt advanced to the semi-state at the Fort Wayne War Memorial Coliseum. Junior Trip Hazley is the 132-pound champion after 2 pins and a 13-1 major decision over Peru junior Glenn Baldwin in the championship. Hazley is a junior at Madison Grant and is joined by teammates Boston Caudell and Grant Howard in the semi-state. Caudell's a senior, Howard is a junior. Tri-Central had 3 wrestlers advance to the semi-state, seniors Corey Dowden and Jayton Archer, and junior Patrick Kinney. Marion sophomore Hickson Love improved to 39-1 on the season with 2 pins and a 12-4 major decision win over North Miami's Jordan Correct in the 126-pound championship match. Also advancing to the semi-state for Marion is junior Sean Campbell. Kokomo had 3 advance, senior Gabe Newland, junior Xavion Ford, and sophomore Devin Rush. Eastern had 3 as well, with junior Owen Toll and freshman Carson Young and Tristan Elmore. Mississinawa sophomore Ian McVicker is 40-2 on the season. He was runner-up at 113, so he advanced, as does Eastbrook freshman Fabian Zamudio Gibson. At Jay County, 35-time regional champion Belmont edged Delta for the regional championship. Adams Central was third and Yorktown was fourth. Delta had 5 champions and 6 wrestlers advanced to Fort Wayne. Freshman Reed Wicker is the 106-pound champion. Junior Cade Jackson won at 113. Senior Aiden Bollinger took the 120-pound crown. Senior Sam Mosier is the 132-pound champion. Senior Cabe Stebbins is the 175-pound champion. And senior Zeke Witter also advanced at 150 pounds. Yorktown junior Wyatt Hoppus won another 144-pound regional championship. He'll be joined in Fort Wayne by teammates senior Jaden Klein and Jackson Webb and sophomores Wyatt Roach and Ben Bush. Cowan junior Jackson Bradley is the 157-pound champion. Senior Noah Modulin, sophomore Jacob Unger, freshman Ashton Goney are also headed to the semi-state. And Westdale also had a champion in 215-pound junior Luke Powers. He'll be joined by teammate Zach Reno and Dallas Godby in the semi-state. Also advancing is Muncie Central senior duo of Cortez White and Nathan Spears. Like North Miami, Westfield won its first ever regional team championship on Saturday at North Montgomery. The Rocks were followed by Fisher, Zionsville, Hamilton Southeastern, and Rossville in the top 5. Sheridan finished 14th. Westfield had 5 individual champions, with 106-pound freshman Connor Maddox, 132-pound senior Carter Nickham, 138-pound junior Alec Washburn, 144-pound senior Jake Saez, and 285-pound junior Job Maverick. Fisher senior Chase Yant won at 126 pounds. Junior Xavier Smith won at 175, and senior Chris Quarles at 190 for the Tigers. Carmel had a couple of champions, with sophomore Carlo Federici at 113 and senior Michael Major at 165. And for Rossville, junior Jacob Weaver is 40-1 after winning the 157-pound title, and senior Noah Weaver is 41-1 after winning at 215 pounds. Freshman Luke Weaver also was runner-up to Yant at 126 pounds. Joining them at the semi-state will be junior Jacob Cole, who has to be related somehow, to make it 4 Hornets at Saturday's semi-state at Newcastle. To girls swimming, Fishers held off Hamilton Southeastern to win its 6th straight sectional title at Fishers. The host Tigers finished with 522 points to beat 18-time sectional champion Hamilton Southeastern, who had 490. Yorktown finished 3rd, Hamilton Heights was 4th, Oak Hill 5th, then LaPel, Pendleton Heights, Anderson, Marion, and Elwood. Fisher sophomore Emily Wolf was the star of the show. She won the 100 butterfly, the 500 freestyle, and was part of the winning 400-meter freestyle relay team. I believe it's yards, not meters. It's yards. I don't know why I said meters. Hamilton Heights senior Campbell Lively Mason won the diving championship. Oak Hill senior Abby Sneed also advanced to Tuesday's diving regional at Hamilton Southeastern. And 38-time reigning state champion Carmel won its sectional Saturday ahead of runner-up Westfield and 3rd place Noblesville. Mechanicawa was 4th, Kokomo 5th, then Western, Garin Catholic, Eastern, and Tipton. Kokomo senior Aubrey Simmons won the 100 backstroke and will swim in Friday's state finals in Indianapolis. Carmel won the rest of the events. Northwestern's Taylor Schmidt advanced to Tuesday's diving regional at Hamilton Southeastern. And the sectional finals at Jay County were postponed to Monday at 5:30. Before we get to the non-high school part of the scoreboard, still got a lot to go. Please tell a friend about the Central Indiana Sports Report. We're growing fast, but we hope to grow even faster with your help. In the NBA, no LeBron James, no Luka Doncic, no problem for the Los Angeles Lakers against the inept Pacers on Saturday. Austin Reeves played the role of Doncic and had a career-high 45 points, and Rui Hachimura did his best LeBron James impression with 24 points and 9 rebounds. The Pacers are now 29-22 and have a couple days off before facing the Knicks on TNT on Tuesday evening. In college basketball, IU lost its 5th game in a row, 70-67 at home to number 24 Michigan. Malik Renew led the Hoosiers with 16 points. Ball State beat Southern Mississippi 77-76 Saturday in a wild win at Worthen Arena. Senior Mickey Pearson Jr. led the Cardinals with 21 points and went over 1,000 for his career. Rose Holman was 11 for 21 from behind the three-point line, and Anderson was just 5 for 28 in the Ravens' 85-77 loss Saturday that ended their 10-game winning streak. It's their first loss of 2025. Tay Devagno led the 18-4 Ravens with 27 points. Taylor outscored Spring Arbor 14-2 in overtime to pick up an 83-71 win again Saturday. Taylor won, Susie. Susie and I are both grads of Taylor. The Trojans are now 13-11 on the season. Kobe Funderburk had a team-best 17 points off the Taylor bench. Chaz Harvey and Anton Webb scored 16 apiece. Indiana Wesleyan beat St. Francis 95-86 in Marion on Saturday. Senior Griffin Kluwer had a game-best 31 points for the 16-8 Wildcats. IUK won its 3rd straight game, 92-83 over Midway in Kentucky. Evan Kretz, Max Newman, and Noah Harris combined for 75 points in the win. The Cougars are now 16-8. In women's college basketball, James Madison snapped Ball State's 13-game winning streak Saturday with a 78-74 win in Harrisburg, Virginia. Alex Richard led the 19-5 Cardinals with 22 points. Number 2, Indiana Wesleyan suffered its first loss of the season after 23 straight wins. St. Francis jumped on top of the Wildcats 17-4 after the first quarter. Junior Taylor Fulcoma had a game-high 22 points for Indiana Wesleyan. Anderson lost 62-47 at Transylvania. The Ravens trailed 35-18 at the half after being outscored 16-2 in the second quarter. Victoria Detraz led the 11-10 Ravens with 18 points. Taylor lost 80-78 at Mount Vernon Nazarene despite 22 points and 8 assists from freshman Emma Full. IU Kokomo fell to 8-15 after a 74-66 loss at Midway. Mia Cady led the Cougars with 18 points. In college baseball, Indiana Wesleyan swept a split doubleheader Saturday, beating West Virginia Tech 10-3 and the Cumberlands 3-1. Jake Thompson went 2 for 3 and scored twice, and Ty Matthews hit a 3-run home run in the 6th inning in the Game 1 win over West Virginia Tech. In Game 2, Buckley Brock gave up just 1 hit in 5 innings and picked up the win. Darian Pugh had an RBI single and an RBI double in the win. IUK took 2 losses on Saturday, 14-10 to Central Methodist and 8-6 against LSU Alexandria. Senior left fielder Jacob Medvesek went 4 for 10 with 6 RBIs and hit his second, third, and fourth home runs of the season on Saturday. And in college softball, Ball State is 3-1 after beating Cal Poly 13-1 and losing 15-7 to Oregon State on Saturday in San Luis Obispo, California. Mandy Louth scored 3 times and had 2 RBIs on the day. And senior Kara Gunter went 2 for 4 with a double and 5 RBIs in the loss to Oregon State. IU is 3-1 after beating Iowa State 9-1 and Stony Brook 10-1 on Saturday. Kinsey Mitchell went 3 for 4 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs on the day. Purdue led 11-0 after 3 innings and an 11-0 win over Abilene Christian. Kendall Bailey had 4 RBIs in the win. The Boilermakers then took a 6-1 loss to Baylor later in the day. Anderson went 0-2 Saturday in Anderson, South Carolina, with a 9-0 loss and a 10-2 loss against Southern Wesleyan. Junior Carson Hobbs had a run and an RBI for the Ravens. And now you know everything we know about Central Indiana sports. That is it for the Central Indiana Sports Report for Sunday. About to watch the Super Bowl, but we will have so much content this week that you'll hardly be able to believe it. So please check in with us throughout the week. We're going to have lots of girls basketball, boys wrestling, and girls swimming coverage, as well as other stuff.
Like what?
Thanks for asking, Susie. Like Will Rutherford's 5 questions that need answers, the combat sports report with Hanson Crafton. We hope to have a college football update this week with Eric and Ryan Robinson. And we will check in with Mike Rich to get a Pacers update. Thanks for listening. The Central Indiana Sports Report is a product of ITG Media, and I love Susie.